Hi folks, Collegian Postgame show. We're not at the stadium, but we decided to mix things up anyway. Justin Harned, Marcus Traxler. North Dakota State defeats South Dakota State 20-0. First time the Jackrabbits have been shut out since 2005, and the first time they've been shut out at home in more than 20 years. SDSU's offense did not look real great on Saturday. In fact, they looked abysmal, to be quite frank. Zach Center, 8 carries, 4 yards, and his longest carry of the day was a 3-yard run. So not a real great day for the rushing attack. Running the ball was not successful, and passing, they just couldn't. They had a lot of miscues there as well.
Yeah, I think the North Dakota State, that they just played physical defense up front. Their defensive line just, obliterated South Dakota State's offensive line. So I got to give credit to North Dakota State for just blowing up the offensive line. Really.
North Dakota State defensively, they were right where they needed to be, and pretty impressive. They came hard on the run plays and made the plays when they counted, and you have to give North Dakota State a lot of credit. They're as good as advertised as they have been for the last few years.
Yeah, and not to mention the 7 sacks totaled up by the NDSU defense. So Bison came and they brought physical football today.
All day. They brought the pressure for the Jackrabbits. I guess what was the biggest thing that sort of stood out for you? SDSU, for 3 quarters, I thought their defense played really well. To keep it to 7-0, they had a Brock Jensen touchdown run from a yard out. Kind of his signature play, really, of an option keeper, and he punches it in before half. But 7-0, that was the score in the fourth quarter, and then SDSU's defense kind of wore down. It was kind of posed after the game that last week you had the offense looked real good, defense looked bad. This week just the opposite. What do you sort of take away from that?
Well, I guess just going with the positive right away, that South Dakota was able to get their
South Dakota State, not USD.
Well, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. The Jackrabbits that's better.
There you go.
The Jackrabbits came in with some confidence, kind of like what we were talking about earlier this week. So they came in with confidence, which is a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't think any team's ever going to win if their offense doesn't score points.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
And SDSU had some chances. They turned North Dakota State over on an interception. They had a couple chances to make things happen. That didn't really work out. They're 3-2. Next week, Southern Illinois is here for Hobo Day, which will be fun to see how SDSU sort of bounces back. Southern Illinois has kind of been up and down. I think they're 2-2 heading into this weekend with their game unplayed tonight, but that should be good. 100th football game played on Hobo Day, and we should mention the record crowd on hand in Brookings, 16,498, almost 16,500. The largest crowd ever to see a football game at South Dakota State. 52 years of Coffin Alumni Stadium, they've never had that many people. So impressive. Most, a fair amount of those were North Dakota State fans. They travel well. They were all across the landscape leading up to the game, and that made for a pretty interesting atmosphere. A lot of fun.
Speaking of record watch or record breaking, look for Austin Sumner if he has a good game next week to beat.
Well, he's gonna set the all-time passing record. As far as when he gets there, is sort of. It's not a matter of if, but really when.
And next week, if he has a good day, it should be the day.
Remember last year on Hobo Day, Jacks played Youngstown State. He had 5 touchdown passes, a career high. So maybe he's motivated by Hobos. That could be.
Yeah, that's it.
You were pretty close with your prediction, 21-14, except SDSU didn't score, and 27-17 wasn't that close either. So.
I'm pretty sure you and the rest of Jackrabbit Nation kind of expected Zenner to get off the line of scrimmage.
I thought he'd get more than 50 yards, and for them to hold them down even more so than they did in the 2 meetings last year, I think says a lot about North Dakota State, and the fact that the Jacks have not figured out the Bison.
Impressive win by the Bison.
Yep. 20-0 the final on Saturday here in Brookings. For Justin Harned, I'm Marcus Traxler. Thanks, everybody.